Hey there, real quick, before we begin, you're about to watch a live stream, which means you're really kind of behind the scenes here because these lessons are usually watched in the archives, but you're here for the live taping of them. So if we mess up really bad, we're probably going to chop that out, but you're going to get to see all of our bloopers and mistakes. We'll also chop this off, so no one is going to see this part of the lesson but you. And because you're behind the scenes, you're probably going to ignore my instructions when I say, like, pause the video and go practice or whatever. You can if you want. It's just that everyone in the chat room then will be in different places in the video. That's fine. When you want to join us live again, go down to the bottom of the video, click on the live button, and that should take you straight to where we actually are now. So now here comes the part for everybody else. I'm really glad you're with us. The archives are fine, but my favorite is talking to you live. So see you in the chat room. Welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and as you can tell from the countdown clock here, the lesson is about to begin. If this is your first time playing piano, welcome. I'm very excited for you. You're going to do great. Hopefully you already received from us the welcome packet in the mail, and maybe you even got started on the Absolute Beginners video pack to teach you the names of the notes and things like that. But if not, that's fine. You'll do great. I'll show you how to play all the notes. And if I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. You can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. And even if you only learn a little bit of this song and you don't learn the whole thing, you'll still learn enough to help you build skills so you can learn other songs faster in the future. So jump in, give it a try. You're bound to end up at least a little bit better than you even are right now. Throughout the lesson, I may refer to Joplin Academy, and you can check out that link on the website if you want. Basically, it's a program that takes you all the way from learning the names of the notes, the very beginning, through 12 levels of classical and jazz music, through all the skills that you would need to become a professional pianist. So you would learn all the same stuff that you would learn if you're taking regular traditional piano lessons, probably plus a little bit more, but it takes about 5 to 10 years to complete. So you can just try out the first level, see if it's the kind of thing that you like, or if you just care about today's lesson and learning this song, then just ignore all those references and focus on today's lesson. If you're watching this at LearnPianoLive.com, there should be a PDF and an MP3 button right next to this video. The MP3 is a play-along track that you can use to practice more after the lesson, but a lot of students like to print out the PDF right now so they have it during the lesson. Careful, it could be up to like 30 pages, so just find the couple pages that you want and print those out. If you decide not to, that's fine. I'll show you all of the notes on screen as we go through it. And we will be going through 5 different levels of this song that all use the same play-along track. So even if you've never played piano before, you'll still be able to do level 1. And then as we go through level 2, 3, 4, and 5, then when we use that same play-along track, you just keep playing your same version. If you're watching this lesson in the archives and you have a question during the lesson, then feel free to click on that survey button. And at the end of the survey, there's a place for you to ask your question, and I will do my best to get back to you with the answer to that question. But if you're with us live as we're recording this today, then feel free to click on that chat button, and you can talk with all the other students who are logged in during the live lesson. And if you have a question about the lesson, then you can just go ahead and type that into the box that says, Ask Jamin a Question, and we will do our best to answer that question live in the lesson. All right, I think that's the end of the boring stuff. I'm ready to learn a song. Stay tuned at the end of the lesson and I'll show you how to win more points and earn more prizes next week. But for right now, let's get this party started. Well, the costume is me. Hi, I'm Jamin. Welcome to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. This is Kendra, the incomparable.
Guess what? Since I didn't really do anything exciting this week, I got to sleep in like past noon today.
That is an exciting thing.
No school.
Right.
So I'm like just really happy about that.
Happy Labor Day, everybody. I don't know what that means, but
yeah.
Happy day off. Yeah. You don't question a day off. You just take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I think let's see. We went to the beach yesterday because like 108 where I live, which is crazy. Yeah.
really
I basically
warm outside.
live at the core of the earth, it feels like. So inside a
Just
volcano.
about.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. But today we're going to be singing a song about the sun coming out and drying up all the rain in the Itsy Bitsy Spider. It's kind of surprisingly difficult. So we're gonna go through it line by line, and I'm gonna show you all the notes for this thing. But even if you don't get the whole song by the end of this lesson, you can at least get the first part of it down, and then you'll know what to practice. So that's kind of the goal of these lessons. First, we're gonna take a group of 3 black notes. Any group of 3 black notes, like those or those. Just don't pick a group of 2, and you'll be all right. As long as you take a group of 3 black notes, and you take the middle note, and you drag that slightly down that direction, you would land on a G. Just trust me, you would. And that's the first note that you want for the word the. So you're going to play a G and say the. And then you're going to go from there up a bunch of notes. Okay, real quick here. If you go 1 note up from a G, you land on an A, because that's the way that music works. It goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then starts back over A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So 1 note up from a G is an A, and then 1 note up from an A is a B, and then 1 note up from a B is a C. Okay, enough talking. We'll get back to the playing. Now that's a C. You know where a C is, and you know where a G is. We're going to go from a G up to a C and say out loud, the, it's. Cool. The mistake that most people make here is they want to play the C and say the whole word, Itsy. But there's 2 parts to the word Itsy. So we're going to have to play that twice and say Itsy. And then same thing for bits. But then the E of Bitsy goes up 1 note to a D. So we're going to say the Y when we go up to this note right here. So the part I want you to practice for right now is getting that G ready, that C ready, and that D ready. And we're going to say the Itsy Bitsy. Yeah, it's kind of tricky, but you can get the hang of it once you practice it a little bit. The Itsy Bitsy. And then we're going to go 1 note up from there, and that would lead us into the first part of the word spider, and we would be landing on an E. And if you just follow these orange lines here, they'll kind of tell you whether you're supposed to go up or down or stay the same, all that stuff. So you kind of don't even need most of the letters, because that tells you the direction already. So the Itsy Bitsy spy. Now, don't forget, you're supposed to pause the video and practice whenever you need to. So if you're in the archives, make sure once I play something you can't play yet, pause the video and practice that one section so that when we come back and we all play it together, then you can play that section with us. And of course, if you're live with us, then just get all the notes that you can and don't worry about the rest. We're going to start right here on this G. I usually count it out, but we're not going to count it out this time. I'll tell you why later. I'll just say ready, set, go, and we'll start here. Ready, set, go. The Itsy Bitsy spy. Cool. 1 more E. That same note is going to get you the rest of that word, der. And then also 1 more of those is going to get you the next word, ran. So we would play the Itsy Bitsy spy, der, ran. And then we're going to use these notes right here. These are going to be really important notes, the C and the D and the E. So get really familiar with those ones so we can play up on a D. The is a C, wat is a D, is an E, and then spout is a C. So that one's kind of tricky because it kind of goes back and forth, and then at the end it jumps from that E down to that C. So all together, that would be ready, set, go. The Itsy Bitsy spy, ran up the water spout. And if you're live with us and you can't play that yet, that's perfectly fine. That just means that you're normal. We're going to move on here, and you can come back in the archives and rewatch this video as many times as you need. We're going to go back up to that E and kind of do the same thing that we were already doing, but starting on an E. So we're going to play 2 E's and then go up 1 note to an F, and then up 1 note to a G, and then another G. And then this line right here is the exact same thing that you played before when we went up the water spout. But these notes are, instead of these 3, it's the same move, but with these 3 notes. Washed the spider out. So if you're the kind of person who thinks in patterns, think about that first pattern, but then use that same pattern up here. Now, good news, this 3rd line right here, out came the sun and dried up all the rain, that's going to be the exact same thing as that section right there. So basically the first line and the 3rd line are the same exact thing. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And then, if we can do that one last time, we have this section down here. So this is almost like an AABA song, except it's like reverse. It's like an ABAA. We'll talk about that later. So let's try that all together. All we got to do is add in these two G's right here, and we would have the whole entire thing. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. We'd play those two G's right there, and then Itsy Bitsy Spider went up the spout again is the same thing that we've already played. Itsy Bitsy Spider went up the spout again. So that one line is going to come back a whole lot, but it goes kind of fast. And if you listen to your play along track, it's going to, well, we'll talk about how it's going to count later. But it's going to go kind of fast. It's like the Itsy Bitsy Spider. So let's just try it together, you and me. Of course, if you need to, pause the video right now and practice. And then if you're live with us, just get all the notes that you can. Don't worry about the rest. Here we go. Ready, set, go. The Itsy Bitsy Spider ran up the water spout. Second line, down came the rain and washed the spider out. And then out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the Itsy Bitsy Spider went up the spout again. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. Yeah, I know. That was our last time through. But hopefully that made enough sense that you can at least practice that. Of course, if it didn't, then you can always hit me up. Let me know with the contact form. And for right now, last week we were supposed to see Lily May. Instead, we saw Catherine S. But this week, check this out. This is one of my favorite videos from Lily May. And if you want to see the rest of that video and lots of other really great videos, then head on over to Lily May Pianists, her piano channel. It's pretty awesome. Kendra, tell us about our weekly activity.
This week is the Flutes and Ladders, and it's a game just like Chutes and Ladders, but of course with Clopple and his dad. When you play, just tag Learn Piano Live when you post a picture on Facebook or Instagram for 150 bonus points from our mascot penguin Clopple.
Yeah, that's one of our favorites in our family. Well, it's time for mailbag.
If you'd like to win an extra 750 points by being the mailbag winner, just fill out the survey at the end of the lesson or send us a message anytime during the week using the contact button at the top of the page.
And this week it's from Sunderstars, who says, Dear Jamin, does Clopple have a song? Yes, Clopple does have a song. He has a favorite song. So his favorite song is usually whatever song we're doing that week. That's just what I hear him whistling all week long. Quacking? If you can quack a song, it's like a whistle quack. But he does have a song of his own, Penguin and a Floaty. So if you check out on YouTube, you just search up Penguin and a Floaty, and then click on the one that looks like a penguin and a floaty. That's actually the song about Clopple, so you can find out his whole backstory. But right now it's time for a little bit of secret information.
Secret information.
And this week, in our secret information folder, our top secret information folder, we have some information about this song. It's a secret. First thing is, oh yeah, this one's actually pretty important. So this song is in something called 6/8 time, which is part of the reason that we're not playing the track, because 6/8 time is kind of tricky, and usually we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Not in this song. In this song, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's kind of crazy, but when we go to play this thing, the counting would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. So it actually comes in on 6, which is super weird. So if we were going to count this, we'd count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Now, when you're counting 6/8, you're actually, if you're in a Claflin Academy level, I think 3 or higher, you already know this next thing, but you're not actually supposed to like think of it as 6 separate beats. You're supposed to think of it as like 2 sets of 3. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's kind of like 2 sets of 3, but the way we're going to count it is 6. So this note actually starts on 6. Super duper weird. The other thing, this song can be sung in a round. Most people don't even know that. That just means that like if you wanted to, like someone could start singing the first line, and when they get to the second line, someone else could jump in and start singing the song from the beginning. Then when they get to the third line, then someone else could jump in and start singing with me. Actually, Kendra, you want to do this with me? So you start singing, Kendra. You're going to start singing the Itsy Bitsy Spider, and when she gets to the word down, I'm going to start singing the Itsy Bitsy Spider, and then when she gets to the word out, then you're going to start singing the Itsy Bitsy Spider, and we're all going to try this in a round. Ready, set, go.
The itsy bitsy spider ran up the water spout.
The itsy bitsy spider ran up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. The way that you know this is if you go into the other levels. Again, most people wouldn't do this, but if you go into like level 3 and you see like a repeating thing where you have like C for 2 measures and then G, and then you got C for another couple measures, and then a G, and then you got C for a couple measures, and then a G. Whenever you have that repeating pattern, that's a song that you can sing in a round, because the chords are just going in a round too. As long as the chords are going around, the melody can go in a round too. Kind of crazy. Most people don't know that. There are a lot of songs you can sing in a round that people don't even know. Most people just think you can do that with Row, Row, Row Your Boat. The last thing on this is something we already kind of hinted at earlier, but it was a secret, so we didn't really say it too much out loud. But this section up here is the same as the bottom 2 sections. So if we call this the A section, and we call this the A section, and we call this the A section, because all of those together are like, they're the same exact thing. This is the only one that's different. So this is like an A, B, A, which I don't think we've ever pointed out before. That's like super duper secret, because we've never had that secret before on any other song. So this is an A, B, A form song. Kind of weird, but that's all the secret information we have, except for who won the raffle, and that's about to not be a secret. Congratulations, Jackson Jam. Let us know what prize it is that you want, and everybody else, let's level up.
Transitioning to level 2. This may be confusing to level 1 students, so please continue to practice the level 1 version, or visit learnpianolive.com/level 2 for a detailed explanation on how to level up.
So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out. And if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us.